Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
It's my story. We are live from Concan, Texas at Camp Riverview down by the Frio River. And it's good to see everybody. If you are a return visitor, welcome back. If this is your first time here, you should subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss one. Now I got the giggles. All right, it's good to see everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about camper rallies. Just a little bit. Not now. Later. We're going to chew some fat. We're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to explain chew the fat. I don't know if everybody understands where that comes from. I'm going to talk about the origin. Tonight's topic, like I said, camper rallies. I'm going to have a special guest. We'll pop in here and tell us all about camper rallies. We're going to talk a little bit about work camper news, jobs, and gate guard info. And the gate guard situation, I don't think it looks too good right now. However, maybe we'll have somebody down here in the chat and they could enlighten us a little bit. Community shout outs. We're going to do some of that. We're going to meet some friends and find some new content. We're not going to have a super chat giveaway tonight. Maybe next week. And we're going to close the show out with a few jokes and maybe some questions and answers. I don't know. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to have a good time. Last week's super chat supporter was Donovan from RV on the Wayside. And we appreciate that, Donovan. Thank you very much. And Chicken says, Chicken doesn't get to do that often. So that's a fun thing. All right. Moving right along. Let's see who's in the chat. We're going to chew some fat. Texas Family Camping. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I sure do appreciate that. We did a meetup with Texas Family Camping and Nursing Our Travel Bug and that other guy, Camper Life. And we had a good time. Boy, they fixed up some food and his daughter had a birthday. He's got a video out. It's got a little bit of Steve Turtle in there. It's a little bit about some things. I don't know. I didn't know I was being recorded. It's like candid camera. I see hitch up and tow. It's probably the sun's probably coming up over there. I sure do appreciate you coming by, Mark. Thanks very much. It's good to see you here. And we got camping therapy. How you doing, Doreen? Thanks for moderating for us. Keep all the trash out. And of course, RV on the Wayside. He's here and he took a shower just for me. And I appreciate that because, you know, we don't want any of that. James Cantonese, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I hope you're dealing with the snow up there. Hope it's not too bad for you. I know how it is in Pennsylvania. Get some snow and it's all bad. Oh my goodness, that Caribou Dave guy's here. I don't know if you've seen that guy's video. He's crazy. He's a little bit like Steve Turtle. And he's a work camper too. Had him on last week. If you didn't see that interview, you should go back there and check that interview out. Full-time Dream, Judy and Ron, how are you doing? I appreciate you showing up. I hope that countertop dishwasher's working out all right. It was a pretty good video. I appreciate that. It was good. Do I say appreciate a lot? I say appreciate a lot. Where's B-Bear? How are we going to start the show without B-Bear? It's good to see you, James. Thanks very much for coming in and moderating for us. Rowdy One, he's saying, Cowboy Steve Turtle, howdy partner. Yeah, buddy, I tell you what, that was a really exciting trip with Jill and I had up there to Bandera. I think we're going to go back. They're going to have a Mardi Gras thing coming up this week. Might even participate. I don't know. Did you see that shootout? That was awesome. Oh, and James says hi.
Hi, James.
Mike Nelson, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're holding down South Carolina okay for us. Midlife Journey, how you doing? It's good to see you. I thought maybe for sure you'd drop by here, but I know you are on your way out west. I understand. Looking forward to your next video. See where you at and what you're doing. Caribou Dave says, okay, what do you need to get an Amazon affiliate set up? Yeah, he says a couple years ago it was 500 subs. What is it now? I don't believe it is anything. I think you can get a affiliate with not even connected to YouTube, but YouTube recognizes it, and you can establish those links in your YouTube channel. Amazon has a requirement for so many clicks or purchases against the Amazon account. And I don't remember what that is off the top of my head, but Amazon has a requirement that if you don't meet that requirement in a year, they'll take your account down. That doesn't mean you're blackballed or anything like that. You'll just have to reapply and start it over again. But I don't think YouTube has a requirement or so many subs. I don't think so. It's funny. I did that when I was at the time, and I forgot. Loving life hitched up. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I sure do appreciate it. New Horizon. How you doing, Susan? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. I know you have a lot of stories to tell from Quartzsite. And on the move. How you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Avenger RV Adventure. The real Steve. How you doing, buddy? Somebody told me you was going to start a video here shortly. Nursing our travel bug. How you doing, Bill or Natasha? How are you? Or one of the youngins. It's good to see you. Hope you guys are doing okay. All right. Mike Nelson says, I'm getting a little foggy. I should send chicken out to turn the antenna. I don't know. Chicken don't have enough muscle in her wings to turn the antenna. Yes. On the move. Yes, I am great, and glad to see that you are too. All right. I got to hold on a minute. Mittens. I told you about Mittens last week. Mittens was texting to me this week, and I just wanted to share it real quick. Mitten says, and this is, Mitten says, I see you have a date with a Frank tonight. And I said, Mitten, stop reading my online dating messages. Don't tell Jill. Frank reminds me of hot dogs. I said, you're always thinking about food. He says, does he have nice buns? That's Mittens, not me. Mitten said that. Mitten says, I better go now. And I said, bye, Mittens. That was my text this week to Mittens. I like to keep up with the cat. The cat is the mascot here at the campground. She's sort of hanging out at the camper now. I don't know where she's at right now. Last week, I ended the show with a joke, and I never told you the answer to the joke or the punchline or whatever you want to call it. I apologize for that, but I'm going to do that right now. Did you hear about my cousin Eddie? He swallowed a stack of Scrabble tiles by accident. I don't know how you do that by accident, but he did. Now, he's afraid that his next poop could spell disaster. I guess it all depends on the tiles. A friend of mine here at the campground, fellow workamper, we were talking the other day, and I've been to Texas many times, and I've lived in Texas a little bit, and I know a little bit about Texas, but he was trying to tell me that there's a bird in Texas that if it bites you, it'll give you twerpies, and it's untweetable. You know how I like to bird call. I've been practicing, and I tried to squirrel call a little bit, and now I'm trying to deer call. So I'm trying to call deers in. Deer in. Deers. Deer. Anyway, I'm trying to call deer. I did finally apply for Social Security. But I really don't feel old. If there's anybody in the chat that has applied, how long does it take before I get approved and start getting some money before they run out? I'm not quite sure. You know how everybody is. They want their money. All right. Let's see. Hitch Up and Toe wants to know if it's dad joke day. It could be. I mean, it's not dad's day. On the Move wants to know if I'm trying to call two-legged deer or four-legged deer. Well, I got a two-legged deer. I guess we'll say it was a four-legged deer. James says, you're not old yet. That's true, James. I don't feel old. I feel good. I feel good. Na, 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 na. Wait. Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oaks. How you doing, buddy? It's good to have you here. Thanks for coming by. Sure do appreciate it. All right, here we go. I want to talk a little bit about that whole chew the fat. Now, I started calling it chew the fat because I thought it made sense, because the meaning of chew the fat is to have friendly banter for hours. Well, we're not going to do it for hours, but we're going to have friendly banter for at least an hour or 45 minutes or so. A long informal conversation. That's sort of what we're having, except I can't hear you. I can only read the comments. And then to gossip with friends. And I consider all of you friends, and I hope you consider me one too. But I guess we're going to gossip for an hour or two. The origin of chew the fat: farmers would chew on pork fat when sitting idle or chatting with other farmers. So they'd sit around, they'd chew on pork fat. I've had fatback bacon. We call it fatback bacon, but it was sort of a rind with just fat. And Dad would fry it up and we'd eat it. And I don't know, I thought it was great, but didn't really realize I was eating fat. Sailors would have hardened and salted animal fat, same thing, which was required to be chewed for a long period of time. And that became the routine activity where friends would gossip, and thus, from the literal meaning, it is now used metaphorically. And I almost didn't say that word, metaphorically. And that's that. That's the way that goes. Uh-oh, I got stuff falling all over the place. I'm checking the chat. Chew the fat. That's what y'all doing. I don't hear you, but I know you're doing it. A bus named Hope. Hello from Chandra and Brian. I think that's the first time I've ever seen you here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I think
Chandra, morning.
Yeah, that's Sean. Okay, yeah, it's good to see you guys. Glad you came by. I missed you last week. I apologize. That's awesome. A bus named Hope. I didn't know that. That's very, very nice. I like that. They got an awesome bus. You got to see it. I'm asking them if they'll let me do a review. I tell you, it's awesome looking from the outside. I want to see it. It's really cool. Hopefully I can get a video out. Okay. A lady walks into a building and announces to the clerk, "I'd like a cheeseburger, a drink, and fries." The clerk looks at her and says, "This is a library." And the lady says, "Sorry, I'd like a cheeseburger, drink, and fries." I don't know who writes these jokes. I don't. I invented a new word. Plagiarism. Okay. We're ahead a little bit, but pretty much on time. So I'm going to have a special guest come in here, and we're going to talk a little bit about rallies. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a rally. They have them all over the place for all different reasons, and I guess if I'd shut up, that's what we're going to do here in just a minute. So hold on, here we go. I'm going to bring her in, and let me see where I'm at. There you go. Here we go. Okay, I'd like to welcome Doreen from Camping Therapy to the room, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about rallies. And go ahead and introduce yourself, talk about your channel, or whatever else you want to talk about, Doreen.
Well, that was a pretty cool graphic first.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. I have two channels. My name's Doreen, and the channel that most of you know me from is Camping Therapy. And I have a lot of vintage campers, tiny campers, rally photos. And then my other channel is Privies and Prims Needle Crafts. So that's about punch needle embroidery and wool applique and different kinds of crafts. So that's what my channels are.
And you're doing very well on both of them, aren't you?
I have on Camping Therapy 678 and on Privies and Prims is 805.
Did you think you'd ever have a YouTube channel?
No, but you talked me into it.
Well, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. that was Carl.
That was you. Hey, Camper Life.
Oh no, Camper Life's here. Hey,
and traveling donkeys is here.
Whoa. Oh, hey, traveling donkeys. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. So have you ever been a work camper?
I have been a work camper at the same campground where I met you at. But I was a work camper before you worked there. And a lot of people that I talk to in our community here on YouTube, they think that I worked there at the same time that you worked there. And I did not. It's just an explanation. I live 3 miles from that campground. So that's how I got to visit with Steve and Jill over there. So I actually worked there, but lived in an apartment 3 miles away for 2 summers. Mm-hmm. And then I went to North Carolina for 1.5 years. And then I went back to Millbridge and I camped, I would say then, because I lived on site in a camper.
You lived in an R-Pod, didn't you?
I lived in an R-Pod 179. So it's like 17 feet long. Yeah. So as far as work camping, you had asked me, like, would I do it again? I probably will not. Right. Just because I don't want to be tied down again and I don't want to live in a camper. Sure. So Rowdy One, nothing is open at Millbridge except the laundry room and the half bath behind it. We could ice skate on the swimming pool. Yeah, I bet. So, yeah, it was different. I mean, I didn't feel like I ever had a day off unless I actually left the campground. Yeah. So to actually live where you work, I wasn't real crazy about that. Yeah, it was funny because we were talking about that today. The owners here at the Camp Riverview live on property and the managers live on property. So you can't get far from it, and anytime there's a problem, you're right there in it. It's just part of your life. Well, but maybe in that situation, it's better than the situation that we were working with because we were kind of running the place. So where you have the actual owner or manager there. Yeah. So it could be good and bad. The job itself, I really liked. Right. I didn't like being in a camper during a really bad storm and when the wind is blowing really strong and you're under the trees. But the job itself, I loved the job itself. Right. It was just, I'm not sure that if I ever decide to go full time, then I would probably work camp. But I don't see myself doing that. I just want to go camping on trips whenever I want and go on weekends and things. Yeah. I mean, everybody does it different, whatever suits. Some people are full time, some people aren't, some people weekend, some people go, take 6 months off during the summer and travel. It's whatever fits. That's I like what somebody said, they call it anytimers. That's what anytimers. I want to be an anytimer because I won't even just do weekends. I'll do weekdays too. Yeah. So, but that links us into the rallies. So the rallies are always on weekends. Yeah. Sometimes they start on Wednesday or Thursday for people that can get there early, but most of the activities are like sometimes they'll have a meet and greet on a Thursday night. And that's a good way, because it's a lot of times you're meeting people, you're camping with people that you've never met before.
Well, tell me about rallies. What was your first rally?
My first rally was a vintage camper rally.
Yeah.
At the same campground that I just did the series of 15 tours at. It was Davy Crockett Birthplace State Park, and I had a 1972 Scotty that I had bought a week or a week and a half before the rally. And I found out about that group, and I went to the rally, and immediately I felt like I'd known the people forever. And I'm friends with them. They're the same people that I camped with this past October. And that's probably been 5 years that I've been camping with them.
So how's the rally work? How do you get involved?
Well, you find the different groups, and most of them are on Facebook.
Right.
And some of them are brand specific, like the RPod rallies.
Right.
And then I went to fiberglass RV rallies when I had my scamp.
Uh-huh.
So some of those are, like, there was one that was at Davy Crockett Birthplace State Park. It's an annual fiberglass rally. And you can go to that when you have any kind of camper, actually. Right. And then the other fiberglass rally was in Hiawassee, Georgia. And that one was fiberglass only. They were very strict about it because the campground was already booked full. And they had people on a waiting list with the fiberglass camper. So they stuck to the rule of that one had to be a fiberglass camper.
Uh-huh.
But they have, like I said, they usually have like a meet and greet. They'll have snacks or something. And so, because you're always meeting people that you don't know, even the people I've been camping with for 5 years, at every rally, there's people that are new. So it's a good way to meet people, and catch up since the last time you saw them. And then there's usually like a potluck on Saturdays. Sometimes there's a breakfast together. And it's a lot of like what we did at Mayberry. Mayberry was just like a rally.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I mean, they called it a meetup, but it is exactly like what the rallies I go to.
Sure. It's just not everybody with the specific type of camper, showing off their camper. Do rallies do they cost you? Do you have to pay?
Sometimes you pay a fee, and it might cover, like, if there's a catered meal on Saturday.
Yeah.
And because they might bring in like pulled pork and have sandwiches, and they'll have coleslaw and beans and all that. So sometimes there's a fee.
Yeah.
A lot of times with, I want to say Sisters on the Fly, there's a fee, and it will cover like maybe a coffee station. There might be like coffee and donuts each morning. And then again, like the dinners on at night. Sometimes it'll be like where you all go to a restaurant, and if you pay the fee ahead of time, like that includes your meal at the restaurant. So each one is really different. The vintage camper ones I go to, like the one in October, there was no fee, but next year they're going to charge $10 per camping unit.
Right.
And that's going to help cover the pavilion, because they have to pay for the pavilion. And this past October, the couple that hosted it, they paid all that out of pocket.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of money, and they wouldn't take any donations to help them. A lot of times there's door prizes. They'll have a drawing, like sometimes, and we did that at Mayberry too. Like, people donate different things, and then they have door prizes. So that's always a lot of fun. Sure. And sometimes there's music. Like Mayberry, we had music around the campfire. Sometimes I've been to a vintage rally where they have like a DJ come in, or they'll have a live band come in.
Uh-huh.
So each one is different. So the main reason that I like rallies is because I'm by myself.
Right.
And I don't like to share my camper, but I like to be around other people when I go camping. So just like a lot of these people were at Mayberry, you go back to your camper if you want some time to just chill or take a nap or whatever. But then if you wanted to be around people, you just found out where, what campfire are they gathering at, wherever, and you just go and walk around and visit.
Right.
So you can be by yourself, but you don't have to be by yourself. Some people you would only see them at the potluck dinner, but most of the time they socialize during the day. They'll go off on their own, go hiking or whatever.
Right.
So Sisters on the Fly has a big rally in Pigeon Forge I think it's March or April.
Yeah.
I believe it was canceled last year because of the virus, but it's called the Chuck Wagon Cook-Off, and the Chuck Wagon Cook-Off is put on by the town of Pigeon Forge. So they have people come in and set up chuck wagons, and that's actually a competition for them. They set up all the old camping gear and the chuck wagons, and they cook. And it's a competition where they are all given the same ingredients. These chuck wagon groups, they're teams, and they're all given the same ingredients to cook with, and that's all they can use. And then they have judging on that. They have judging on their setups. And Sisters on the Fly usually has like 30 to 40 campers there. And they are totally, totally decked out with accessories. A lot of times the girls will wear Western dresses, and they're crinoline. Is that how you say it? But they dress up like cowgirls, and they call it a cowgirl prom. And that's from 9 to 3. You can actually tour the campers, and that's free. That's totally free. The only thing you have to pay for is if you get a meal. And that goes to the chuck wagon teams. It doesn't go to Sisters on the Fly. That's just kind of a joint thing that they do. And it's usually, I think, like the end of March or first weekend in April.
B Bear says that you sound a little bit like her, and she only wants to share with her bunny rabbit Pippi.
Yeah, I share with my little dog.
Yeah.
Let's see, another one I went to a teardrop camper rally. And I didn't have a teardrop. I stayed in a cabin. But they usually do a tour when you go to a rally like the teardrop rally or the vintage camper rally. Even if it's not open to the public tour, there's usually a time set aside where the people that are camping will go from camper to camper and see everybody else's campers.
Right. Right.
So the one in October, we did not do that because of the virus. So I went in, and some, like 15 people let me film their campers. So that was good, because even the people that were camping there didn't get to see inside them. So the videos helped with that a lot.
Yeah, the virus has put a cramp on a lot of things, but I enjoyed that series. It was very I don't know. It's like I told you. Every time I watch a vintage camper review, I want to build one.
Well, I told you got to stay stationary for a while to do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
You could have done it at Millbridge. You were at Millbridge long enough.
What's runaway campers? What was that?
Runaway campers is the last camper that I had. It's like a teardrop, but it was rectangle, so they call it a square drop, but it's not even
with the air conditioner in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even a square. They call it a square drop, but it's rectangle.
Yeah.
So that's a brand specific rally, but there was, I think, 2 people there that were not in runaway campers. So like I camped with my runaway camper at an RPod rally this year, and they let me, come and camp with them. They said, as long as there's room, you can come camp with us. So, it's only that one time was it that they were very strict on who could come. And that was the fiberglass rally. And I totally understood why. So, but most of them, like at the teardrop rally I went to, there was like people that used to have a teardrop and now they don't, because they wanted something they could stand up in, but they're still friends with those people. So they still camp with them. So
how did you like your runaway camper? It looked very nice. You had it fixed up really sharp.
It was cute, but it was only 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
And I took a 2-week trip in it. From Pennsylvania to Tennessee and North Carolina, and it was just too small.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect for a place if you just want to sleep and you're outside all day and you're hiking and fishing and doing all that. But sometimes I just want to hang out in my camper, like, if it's cold out or if it's raining, or I might want to cook inside, and I could do all that. I had it set up that I could do that, but it was just too small.
Yeah, well, close in on you.
They also make a 6x8. Mine was a 4x8. I think I would have been okay in the 6x8, but the 4x8 was just really too tiny.
So do you have any plans for the future? What are you planning on doing?
I plan on moving to Tennessee, to East Tennessee, and have my apartment and get another little camper, but not as little,
right?
And just go camping with all the groups and hit as many rallies as I can.
Yeah.
Just go camping a lot. So I'm on a waiting list at 2 different apartments in Tennessee, and I'm second on the list at both of them. So I'm going to leave that up to God of which one I get, whichever one calls me first.
Yeah. Now, remember what I told you about the flood?
What?
The flood.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you got a big announcement?
I have 2. I bought a new car today.
Yeah.
So,
got a new car.
I signed papers last night and then picked it up today, and it is a 2014 Ford Escape.
Yeah. And
it looks really small, but it has a 3,500 pound tow capacity because my other car could only tow 1,500. Right. So this is a step that I needed to take so that I can get a camper I can stand up in.
Okay.
It has a factory tow package with a 2-inch receiver, and my other one only had the 1 1/4. So this has the class 2 hitch, and the other car only had a class 1.
Right.
So hopefully it'll do the job. I did my research, and people say that it will. So anyway, I picked that up today, and my other big announcement is on my channel, Camping Therapy. I just finished a series of 15 camper tours of the vintage camper tours. So now we're going to do a scavenger hunt, and I have a video. After I get off here with you, I will post a link to it, but it's a link to a playlist from that series. And if you watch the videos and look for the clues, which are listed in the description of the video, I have picked out one thing from each camper tour, and listed all those things in the description on the video. So if you look for those clues, you have to watch the videos, but most of them are less than 5 minutes, so they're really short. But if you get at least 5 right answers, you'll be in a drawing for a $5 gift card. And if you get at least 10 right answers, you'll be in a drawing for a $10 gift card. And I don't want you to comment the answers on the video because other people see your answers and cheat. So I want you to email them to me. And I set up a new email today, and it's called campingismytherapy@gmail.com. So it's going to run until next Friday, and then I will announce the winners. And so far, no one has emailed me any answers. So there's not a lot of competition right now.
So if I get 15 right, what's that mean?
That means you get in the drawing for 10.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
So I don't know how much money, how much money can I give away? I just bought a car.
Yeah, so, I got you. I understand. Yeah. It's always for fun anyway.
It's just for fun.
All right.
So anyway, the videos are not long. You can probably watch all of them like in a half hour or maybe a little more than a half hour. But
yeah,
you have a week to watch them. Write down those clues and look for them. And some of the things are.
I'm going to win.
You're going to win?
I'm going to win.
Some of them is a vintage gold telephone, the old dial telephone. That's one. One has Route 66 dice.
Well, don't give them clues.
No, these are the things that are written on the video list.
Oh.
So these are the things that you have to, it's a scavenger hunt. So you have to look for those things. One has a pink Bakelite radio, a vintage radio. So all those things are listed on the video, and I'll post the link down below to that video. And then you go and watch the playlist and find the answers and email them to me.
All right. Parting thoughts, comments. We appreciate you being here.
Let me see. I've got notes like Steve does. Let me see. Let me see. You said, "What's your plans for the future?" And I wrote, "Just camp."
Camping's good.
Just camp.
That's right. That's your therapy.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you one little short story. This is how friendly these people are. Okay.
Tell me.
So when I first started camping with this group, I said to my dad, you know, these are mostly married couples, and you feel kind of like the odd person out because you're single. So I didn't want anybody to think that I was like going after their husband or anything.
Right.
So my dad said, well, just don't get too friendly with the men and you'll be okay. So I go camping and they're all sitting like this little group, and some are sitting at the picnic table and some are sitting in chairs, and I didn't take a chair with me. Well, there was a spot at the picnic table next to this man, but his wife was sitting in the chair, and I looked at her and I said, can I sit next to your husband? Is that okay? Yeah. And she said, honey, you can sit on his lap for all I care. And
did you?
So no, I did not. But I mean, these were just down to earth, friendly people. So, I mean, I love those people. That I would drive from Pennsylvania to Tennessee to camp with them. So yeah. I will move to Tennessee to camp with them, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. So go to the rallies, meet some people. I have to think of the channel name. Loving Life Hitched Up said they haven't been to a rally yet. There's tab rallies. You need to go to the tab rallies.
Yeah.
And a really good reason to go to a brand specific rally of the brand that you have is you get to see everybody else's campers and you get to see what they did and you get a lot of ideas.
Yeah. And content.
Yeah. And content because definitely.
All right,
content.
let me get you out of here. And
all right.
Thank you very much for coming by. I know I pestered you for a while to come on the show and talk a little bit, but I sure do appreciate it.
All right. I'm going to post that link in a minute.
Yep. Get up there and post the link.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Doreen from Camping Therapy. Now we're going to do something else. What are we going to do? Here we're going to go. Here, we're going to do this. I'm running out of time. Workamper news and gate guard info. My goodness. That was awesome. I appreciate that. That was fun. Rallies. You know, I've never really been to a rally. I've been to a couple meetups, but never a rally. We had one at Millbridge. They had a wagon master and they had little meetings over by the playground and they had an itinerary. I don't know if I want to go through all that. I heard that meetup over there at Mayberry was pretty awesome. Camper Life was telling me some stories. Anyway, Workamper news, jobs, and gate guard info. I have 3 websites that I always talk about, and I monitor how many jobs they're posting and what they're doing, just to give me an idea, and you guys too, what the industry looks like, what the Workamper opportunities look like. And I know Mark from Hitch Up and Tow, he's looking forward to becoming a Workamper over there in the UK, and I think he's going to start up a program. I don't know, call it Mark's Workamper Corporation or something. But anyway, Workamper News had 124 ads as of yesterday. They were all submitted within the last 14 days. There were 27 that paid for all hours worked. I thought that was pretty awesome. Now, I track it week to week, and that's gradually increased. So I think the campground owners are anticipating a really good year this year because there's a lot of jobs, and I think that's great. California, of course, led with 16 jobs, led by Colorado with 14, and I probably won't even look at the 16. I might look at the 14, but not the 16 because I ain't going to California. Workamper jobs had 183 ads as of yesterday, and they were all submitted within the last 30 days. 92 were full hookup and pay. So that's pretty awesome. I think as far as I've been gathering this information, that's the most that I've seen. It's over 300 Workamper jobs. Now, I know really that's not a lot compared to everybody out there trying to work camp, but I think a lot of people find places and they go back to those places to visit or work the second season or return seasons over and over and over. Sort of like Caribou Dave, you know, he's stuck up there in Ohio for 6 years now, but he likes it. So whatever fits, do it. Camper Life is always telling stories. Now, I was watching the chat a little bit, but of course I didn't want to interrupt my guest. And I think there was some shenanigans going on there. There was some serious chewing the fat. I saw stuff about Steve Turtle. Who's involved? B Bear was watching. She was watching you guys. Thin Blue Lane came in. How you doing, Bill? Thanks for coming by. I sure do appreciate you popping in. I hope you guys are doing okay. We went by a campground yesterday, and there was a ton of deer out getting fed with corn, but there were probably, 30 deer? 30 deer, some big bucks. And it made me think about Bill's video where his wife was out next to the camper feeding deer, and he was on a live stream, and he looked out the window, and I don't know. I find it amazing. The deer, they just intrigue me. I've seen them all my life, but I still get intrigued. I don't know. I'm just like a kid, like a child, somebody that would push the button over and over and over and over. All right, I'm rattling on. I see I got friends in the green room, and I'm just talking. Zion Mountain Ranch near Zion National Park, they still have their ads. I don't know. Sometimes workamper jobs doesn't necessarily pull the ads, but the ads are still there. They're looking for a carpenter, a sawmill operator, a pizza artisan, maintenance person, server, groundskeeper, somebody for reservations, cooks, and housekeeping. So they still need a lot of positions filled. And I don't know if they're just sort of taking resumes and then they'll figure it out or what. But just if you're interested in working out at Zion National Park, and I think they're quite a few hours, but I'm not sure of all the requirements. Workampers Facebook group, 45,000 followers. They often post jobs. Now, sometimes I go through and I pick out one that I think is interesting. I did not do that because I didn't have the time, but a lot of jobs are posted for free over on the Facebook page. And if you haven't been over there, you do have to join, but it's easy to join. It's a really nice opportunity or a place to find jobs. Gate guards. I've been looking at the gate guard websites, Facebook pages, and things like that, and I don't see much going on in the oil field. Now, if they're not posting people are needed, then more than likely that means they have enough people down there or they don't have enough jobs to post. So I don't know exactly what's going on. If somebody's in the chat and does, please let me know or let us know, what's the situation down in the oil field. And, like I said before, how it works is you call up a guard company, you tell them you want to work, you go down there, you get your license and your background check and all that stuff, and then you wait until a job comes available. And then 2 weeks ago, I read a post and they were talking about how many people were waiting. So if they're waiting, that means that there's either not enough jobs or too many people. You know how that goes. Anyway, so moving right along, we're doing good tonight. I want to look at this chat real quick, if you don't mind. I think I got a little time. Hold on there. They're the guest room or green room people. Where was this? All right, B Bear says these. Oh, okay. B Bear says, Steve Turtle, these guys are picking on you. And I'm sure at the heart of the problem is
Camper life.
Camper life. And then dang campers are in there. Yeah, I see what's going on, guys. I'm on to you. Somebody called me a cowgirl too. Oh, dang campers says I'm a cowgirl. Well, if William told you that, is a lie. It's not true. Oh, I see. It was William. I turned my back for a minute and you guys are just all over me. That's just hurtful. I love you guys. You're awesome. Oh, all right. Somebody came in. Hold on. I missed somebody. Who did I miss? Hold on. I saw it. I don't want to just scream out. Hold on. Don't leave. All right. Full-time dream. I got you. Nursing our travel bug. All right. Darn it. I don't know who it was now. You made me miss it. I'm blaming it on you. I saw Thin Blue Lane. I saw Bill. All right. Well, that's it. That's what happens when I start talking. I can't watch, see what's going on. Laugh out loud. Either. Actually, it is Greg. Greg, what? Rhymes with hang, as in dang. Donna and Greg. Well, Dan, Greg, Steve, Turtle. It's all the same. All right. I did say hi to Ford, man. Traveling Donkeys. I think I said hi. It's good to have you here. I appreciate you coming by. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Now I think it's time for some community shout outs. Talk about everybody that's here. If you got a YouTube channel, or if you just want to yell at somebody and say hi, that's fine. I think you've been doing that. So let me welcome this next guy in. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Get your numbers ready. Oh man, sorry. I was getting into that. Hold on.
Me too.
Hey, how's Donovan? It's good to see you.
I'm good. I put on clean underwear just for you.
I know, and took a shower and everything.
Yep, those things happen, I guess.
We're really not that far apart. You're just right over there, so.
Yeah. I saw a video with some people fishing.
Yeah.
And this guy pulled out a fish, but the eyes were gone. And I just realized they're just called fish. They got no eyes.
No eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. So how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm good. You got a big show lined up for next week or tomorrow?
Yeah, I got a special video coming out too.
Oh my.
Do you want to hear about that for a quick sec?
Yeah, sure. I'm a little scared, but go ahead.
So I was on a K&R Destination Live, and they asked for some roasting.
Oh.
So I roasted them.
Oh, okay.
I roasted them. So I made a short version of it so people could watch the roast. That'll come out Sunday at 11.
You gonna post a full video?
I'm gonna post the well, they have the full video on their live stream, but I posted the chunk that you wanted to see with that part. Okay, and so I did a small piece for the live tomorrow, just a smidgen.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's great.
Oh man. I tore him up. He was speechless.
I'd like to roast William.
Oh man, I'd do it. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we have a roast William show?
Wait. Somebody, is there a contest going on? People are typing numbers.
You said get ready for the numbers.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. You guys are hilarious.
Oh, this is good.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
look.
that was awesome.
Every day says 4. I'm waiting on Camper Life to give him 3.1416.
Yeah, give you some James Cantonese, some pie.
Right. You think we ought to shout out some people?
Let's do it.
He goes, Camper Life says, Steve Turtle and RV on the wayside. You don't want none of this.
Oh, he doesn't know. Wait till he sees that video.
He's got one of them wrestling belts.
I'm telling you, wait till he sees what I did to Kyle and Ryan. He don't want any of me. I'm telling you right now.
All right. What are we gonna start with tonight?
Whatever one you choose.
Oh, I'm gonna go by your list over there on your right hand side.
Channel supporters.
Yep. Here we go.
I love the cartoon ones. Those are so fun.
Well, coming from me.
All right. So if you're a person who doesn't make any content but just loves hanging out in this community, please put CS in there so we can say thank you so much. Because you're a channel supporter and we adore you.
Thanks, Harry.
Harry Leisure. B-Bear.
B-Bear. She's an NN.
She's going old school.
Yeah, that's okay.
Stuff. Yeah,
that's okay.
Rowdy One.
They say hee-haw.
Midwest. Hey, thank you so much.
Oh, Midwest. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. I sure do appreciate it. I think this is the first time I've seen you here. You're always welcome.
Dan G. Campers.
Yeah, and that's Greg.
That's Greg. Okay, very good.
Yeah,
nice to meet you, Greg. That's cool. All right, those are, man, thank you guys.
Rowdy One, he's a regular, so.
He's a regular supporter?
Yeah, that. He's right. Yeah, uh-huh.
He wins a lot. I know that.
Yeah, you have to, maybe he'll get out here and I could introduce you to him. He's a card.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
What's next?
Thank you. Let's see. How about you? What is it? New.
New.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think
That was on the Mew.
Yeah, Mew. I think our timing's off a little bit. All right. If you've never been here before,
or you have under 100 subscribers,
yes,
please put in new and how many subscribers you have.
Yes.
On the Mew, they just graduated, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got over their 100.
Yeah, it's good. It's little by little. It's a journey.
That's right.
All right.
Traveling Donkeys is new and has 22. I'm writing it down.
All right. Traveling Donkeys. Thanks for saying that.
Yes, thank you so much. It's important you do these because people are going to come find you. Just saying.
Now,
and you know why we do that, don't you, Steve?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we want them to what we do, Traveling Donkeys, just so you know, is what we'll do is we'll probably come watch one of your videos and subscribe and then make a good comment about what we saw, and then you reciprocate, and we make a long-term relationship, not a sub for sub thing. So that's how we do it.
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you so much, Traveling Donkeys. Are you ready? I think it's
okay, real quick. B Bear's asking about the joke. She came in late. I told the joke early in the show. And my cousin Eddie swallowed a stack of tiles from Scrabble tiles. And he's worried that his poop is going to spell disaster. All right, what's next?
How about under 500?
Okay. All right, here we go.
So if you're between 100 and 500, go ahead and put U5 in there and tell us how many subscribers you have. Well, we're making this longer. I'm sorry. I talk too much.
That's all right. I've talked too much too.
I didn't want to say it.
All right.
Oh, I adore you, Steve, so much.
Caribou Dave is under 5.399 for sure.
Caribou Dave.
Avenger RV Adventure, 418.
James Catneys, 362.
Yeah.
Wow. On the Move, sorry, is at 118.
Yeah.
We're going to see some of them tomorrow night, by the way.
I hope. All right.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We got GC.
GC.
Okay, you guys know how to do this. Start working ahead. GC, getting close. That means you're between 500 and 999. Get them in there so we can read them off. Caribou Dave, 500. I'll get a new kilt, said Caribou Dave. Camping Therapy, ready? 679 for Camping Therapy and 805 for her Privies and Prims needle crafts.
Yeah. Texas Family Camping at 852 and Midlife Journey is 626.
And Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, is at 512.
Yeah, I missed Kenneth. I'm sorry, Kenneth.
That's all right. That's why we're a team. You don't do HHs, do you?
I'm sorry.
People just plan comes together.
I thought that was a cue.
It was. I loved it. You just didn't miss a beat. I loved it. Come on. So HH, that means you have 1,000 subscribers, but you haven't quite made your 4,000 watch hours to be a channel champion.
Yeah.
So we'd like to know if you could put HH in there and how many hours you have left to get there. And these are the channels we all want to play their playlists at night before we go to bed. Like get them started and you turn the volume down, but it has to be on, or hook up some headphones to it. And then just let their playlist run while you sleep, and you help that channel out like there's no tomorrow. Nursing our travel bug is at only needs 550 left. Wow.
They're getting close.
NOTB, you guys can make a difference tonight if you guys all do that. And Loving Life Hitched Up, where are they at? We need some watch hours, they said.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
HH. They aren't sure how many. They aren't sure how many, but they need it too. Oh, 900. They need 900. So, man, you both can really make it. We can make a difference. Run them both. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. How many hours does B Bear need? Oh, thanks, B Bear. We appreciate that.
All right, channel champions, are you ready? Man, this is like professional. I just mentioned something and boom, there it is. Channel champions, that means you've made it. You're completely monetized, and we'd love to know who you are because you're paying it forward. You come here, hang out, and you support all these other channels that are working like crazy, and we just adore you.
B Bear has 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, well, a full-time dream is a channel champion, B Bear.
Yeah.
That's why they put CC.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I know we have more. There's that 3.146, whatever that guy is.
Yeah, he's not a champion.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, Texas Family Camping. I was going to say, whoop, there it is, but I chose not to because it was too low-hanging fruit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm getting news from the green room.
Yep.
I'm going to get you out of here and start some other business. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. Don't forget, Donovan at RV on the Wayside tomorrow night, 7:30. Live stream. Be there. Be square.
Eastern.
Yes, sir. Eastern. Yeah. 6:30 Central.
There you go.
I can't find my doodad. Hold on.
I'll help you.
Good evening, Steve Turtle.
Good evening, Dr. Brown. You look dapper.
Steve Turtle, I have a question for you.
Tell it to me.
There were three fish. There were three fish in a tank.
Yes.
One of them says, "How do we drive this thing?" Hit me.
With the little flippers. They got flippers.
You got one?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you call an Amish guy with his hand in a horse's mouth?
I know what you call
a mechanic.
I know the joke, but it's from the other end. You know what I'm saying?
No, a mechanic.
An Amish mechanic.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. All right. You'll appreciate this one. What is transparent and smells of worms?
What is transparent and smells of worms?
What is transparent and smells of worms?
Cow poop.
A bird's fart.
Fought.
Fart.
What did the horse say when he fell down? I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
Oh my God. Oh man. Yes. How do you open a banana?
Peel it.
With a monkey.
A monkey. Okay, I got it. What does it mean when you find a horseshoe? Some poor horse is
There's
walking
a three-legged
around.
horse somewhere.
No, a poor horse is walking around in socks. Go ahead.
Why do What kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
Slippers.
What kind of shoes?
Sneakers.
Oh,
do
sneakers.
Do ninjas wear?
Sneakers.
Okay, that was too easy, huh? Too easy.
I didn't get it. Jill did.
How do you make a tissue dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Put a little boogie in it. Woo!
Oh, I can't. All right. I gotta come up with some better stuff.
You're riding a horse at full speed. You're riding a horse at full speed. There's a giraffe.
What
right
does a
beside
zombie?
What? What did a zombie do?
Huh?
What did a zombie do?
I don't know.
Hey, I think we ran out of time. I got to get off here.
I think so too.
It's always great to have you
my
here.
computer wants to reboot tonight, so it's been lagging.
I'm going to we'll restructure the show a little bit, give us more time so that we can finish. Okay? See you later. All right. Bye. Thanks, Dave. Caribou Dave at Caribou Dave Adventures. Thank you. Oh my goodness, boy, I tell you, I ran over. I apologize. I know there's a lot going on in the chat. I appreciate everybody that's been here and put up with us for the last hour. And I hope you have a good weekend. And be safe. And I'll see you next week, maybe. Or I hope so. Mittens will have a few texts and we'll tell a few jokes and talk about some more stuff. I should have a really good interview with someone at the Corps of Engineer for next week. And that's going to be fun. We're going to talk a little bit about that. If you like this story, click like down below and smash that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more stories like this one. New stories every week on Wednesday, right here on this YouTube channel. And ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you get a notification every time I post a new story because you don't want to miss one. Until later, thanks for your time. Bye. You were supposed to say bye. 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 Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Camper Life. I'm not a cowgirl. Come on now. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I should be done, but I'm just saying hi. I hope I didn't miss anyone. See you, TJ. See you, Greg, Ron, Susan, Judy, James. Thanks for moderating. I appreciate it. Camping Therapy, Camper Life, Donovan, Texas Family Camping, B-Bear. All right. See you guys later. I got to get out of here. We eat dinner. Bye.